Data-driven Jughead, have I got the deal for you? A truth bomb straight from the past that will shock you to your core and cure all what ails you simultaneously. Here ye come forth and see. Step right up, folks. Did you know that snake oil is a real thing? But did you know it worked? Well, sort of. Just you wait. There, though, is gold. Pure gold. Because what I'm doing here for you today and today only, I am diving into a bottle full of snake oil in order to bring you the best, most reliable, bona fide, and certainly not satisfaction guaranteed true. And the one and only snake oil that I have right here in my pocket, I must explain a few things to you. Oh, excuse me, who are you? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Oh, that's right. I'm Data-Driven Doug, channeling the spirit in the moxie of one Mr. Clark Stanley, born 175 years ago, what would be Abilene, Texas. The man who would help coin the term snake oil salesman in our American lexicon. And we'll be working through some elaborate elixirs ourselves. Did they work? Could they work? And could we make our own patent panacea? Well, of course we can. All you gotta do it. Sir, I'm supposed to meet up with you. I'm your intern. My what? I'm a science intern. A giant cistern? What? What? Okay, intern, get in that wagon and take this oil, which I definitely procured in a professional manner. What? Flush away. Work your magic. It's really good stuff. What? That away. Around the corner. You got it. Mm-hmm. Wow, this place looks a lot bigger on the inside. It is missing some things though. I need a workbench. Some references? Maybe a nice coffee? Neat. Oh. So this is the real deal. Black-banded sea crate, Laticauda semifasciata, or the Chinese sea snake. This was used for centuries for its supposed anti-inflammatory properties. When the railroads were being built, there was a massive immigration of Chinese workers who brought the idea, the oil, and sometimes the snakes with them. Jeepers, it's really high in omega-3 fatty acids, almost 1.5 times higher than tuna or cod. And checking out my books, it seems that it is used for inflammation. Been proven too. Normally not for muscles though. Everything I'm seeing, it's fantastic for heart disease, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, high blood pressure, and like I said, inflammation. Oh wait, there's something about muscles. Ingestion of omega-3 can be effective in ameliorating delayed onset muscle soreness induced by eccentric exercise. Or taking omega-3 can potentially help out with muscle pain if you never work out, then sporadically kind of work out, and then you get sore later on. Oh, shoot. I just noticed something. It's actually a problem. All these uses are for when you eat it. There's absolutely zilch about when you apply it to the skin for soreness. And that's what a liniment is. There's some psoriasis, eczema, even dry eye, but not soreness. Gotta tell Mr. Data Driven. But first, I need to write this down. Data's important, and part of that is proper data collection, and I'm not going to do that if I don't write it down. Actually, here, for anyone keeping track at home, keep an eye on this one. Well, Mr. Data Driven, good news and bad news about your snake oil. It just seems, never mind, too tough to find.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
Here, I got that list and all those, and just do your thing. I appreciate you. Why am I doing all this stuff? You need your own ingredients, son, if you want to make your own patent medications. That's my goal. I need a bigger seller than Clark Stanley snake oil. I will make my gift for the world. Did you know that William Rockefeller was a peddler of the slippery serpentine suspension?
He what?
See, patent medicines have always been my dream, and thank goodness the years well before 1906. Foreshadowing, but who needs the FDA? My ultimate goal is to take my own mixture that I concocted with your help, of course, But take this mixture, certain that I only use ingredients quite readily available, and sell it as my own. But I need a name, something dynamic, something strong, yeah, and something alliterative. I like alliteration. Oh, I got it. Data-driven Doug's diabolical, diaphanous, diamond tip, dial ready, maximum strength, disease defender. Now with rose hips.
Oh yeah.
And you're not, I'm not gonna make it by sitting on my duff. You need to take all those things and do your research. While does that, I have some of these on loan from some friends. We met at the annual patent medications that somehow didn't kill you convention last year. These are just so great. Come to find out, you can mix almost anything in a bottle and make it sound all medically, pseudoscience-like, and no one cares. Again, thank goodness it isn't 1906 yet, and I can clearly and finally make that available. Post haste for you and you alone. You just need to act quick. Bum deal, I tell you, those guys in their fancy hospitals were jealous of our successes. So it was our responsibility to prosper our communities and give aid to those who needed it. And gol darn it, I will patent it, trademark it, and sell it to all the local yokels.
Wait, isn't yokel an insult?
Can't be. That's an egg. I'm fairly certain that it is a grandiose compliment to be called a good egg. People enjoy when they're called good eggs. I know for you, fine sir, the only thing could ever chance to be was a compliment, regardless of what those eggheads, that big dictionary tell you. You know what? And tell you what, to show my sincerity, I'll offer you this one-time deal. One bottle of my own concoction, 10% off the price of the price times two. Denton, Sistine, Denton, Sistine. Where is my patent medicine? Huh? My data-driven Doug's diabolical, diaphanous, diamond tip, dial ready, maximum strength, disease defender. Now with rose hips. Wait, your DDD, DDD, TDRM, STD, now with rose hips? Still working on it. You're saying it's not ready? It's been challenging getting JAMA articles from 1886. You should try the pony. What? What about the other things? One's done? Oh, well then, step right up. Why don't you tell me? You should have led with that. So, what do you have? I have Miss Lydia E. Pinkham and her Lydia E. Pinkham vegetable compound, one of the most selling of all the patent medicines, especially in the U.S. of A. Also, who does she know how to sell? I should get the intern in on that. Are you trying to imitate me? What? It's horrible. Horrible, you didn't even mention her writing campaigns. In almost all her ads, she would stress how women should reach out to her if they had any questions. You see, unfortunately, it was a time where many women's health issues were downplayed, and many saw Miss Lydia E. Pinkham as someone who would listen to them, and that was not the norm. But you know, Miss Pinkham, she would write them back, keeping the conversation alive, often trying to upsell. Funny thing is, though, using that word alive, the letters, they continued for decades, even after she died in 1883. Now that's service. What year is it? Huh? Well, her ingredients, they were inspired by folklore. I got the bottle here, so let's go. Intern, get out here. Hang on. So what are these? True unicorn root? Is there a fictional unicorn root? Yeah, it looks like there is. Yeah, true and false though. But true unicorn root, rumor is it's like estrogen. Never been proven though. And they've even tried. Its chemical name is Electris farinosa, primarily used for menstrual complaints, anti-fertility, a uterine stimulant, and a uterine relaxant? Not sure how that works. Oh, medicine's really complicated, son. I know that may be hard to understand. But moving on, live fruit. Well, that must look at the name. It's live fruit. Yeah, well, the name makes sense, but not for the reason you think. It was named by the eclectic medicine movement. They're your people, I believe, and they love these wildly inaccurate yet descriptive names. Love making concoctions, elixirs, and the like. But not to get off topic, it's known in the botany world as Senecio aureus, purportedly used as a vulnerary, which is a wound fixer. Also in a metanagogue, which promotes menstruation, but even in 1931 they said it was bunk. Also, yeah, it looks like it closes all the ducts in your liver. I'm a general science intern, not a medicine intern, but I don't think that's too healthy. Where are you getting all this information? It's not here. Lots of places, really. Write it all down for you. An important step in the data-driven process is providing your resources. I would have done that even if you didn't ask. I have my references too, you know. But black cohosh, that's used all the way in the future, 2026 even. Chimichurri rasi moths? It's a Semicifica racemosa. It's used for menopause, and it's maybe tenuous at best. It seems to have the most data for perimenopause, some for menopause symptoms like hot flashes and the like, but the data conflicts. But to be fair, we'll drop this one in the likely category. So there we go. See, I knew the power of patent medicines. They were so scared, they set up the Pure Food and Drug Act in 1906 to keep us away. Also not a lawyer intern. Well, apparently, people really wanted to know what they were putting in their body. They made people actually list the ingredients on the bottle and to verify it as if they didn't trust us. Ding. But I found reports of using formaldehyde just to make things look fresh. And that's just like one example. Or, no offense meant, people would mix together fancy elixirs and liniments using whatever. Didn't they worry about if it works, how well it worked, or even if it might kill you? Oh, speaking of that, it has pleurisy root in it too. That doesn't sound good. It sounds eclectic like the life root, but there's really no info on this one. It's called a Scepalus tuberosa, or milkweed, or even butterfly weed. It's mentioned in the late 1800s that it was toxic and that they used it for pleurisy, but then that's it. Really nothing else in the literature. Big old nothing burger. Oh, don't eat it though. Okay, son, now I know this time we will hit it out of the park. Guaranteed negative 110% money back, I promise you. This one sounds like too much of a salad to be flim flam. So, show me fenugreek. Oh, golly. Yeah. Remember, this isn't advice since I'm not anyone's doctor, but it shows here that an extract of fenugreek at 250 milligrams twice a day showed significant improvement in depression and vasomotor symptoms after only 4 weeks of taking it. Vasomotor? Night sweats and hot flashes mainly. Just like a stop clock. What? 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 Finally, to top it all off, what likely worked for some, 18% alcohol. Premium hooch. You know what? Consider your sources. The science shows that short-term perceived health improvements by imbibing alcohol are often greatly exaggerated by imbibing. Well, your verdict. My verdict? Hello, McFly. It's a joke. The 1906 Act alone shuts it down. But honestly, it's just plain dangerous. This isn't science, it's hogwashery. Actually, she sold it for a while after, just like Clark Stanley did. Actually, longer than he did. They only stopped her because of the alcohol. It's still sold today. Well, 2026, I mean. Different ingredients. It's more of a multivitamin now. Which reminds me, how is he getting on with my list? Ooh, boy, this list is just atrocious. It's one of a few things. It's either an opioid, a poison, or it's absolutely worthless. Nope. Won't let my internal bias affect my search. I'm gonna do my research for every single item on most every single item on this list.
3 hours later.
Gotta make this easy on him. Turns out many of the common items used in these patent medications, they weren't harmless at all. In fact, some were actual real medicines, sometimes at toxic levels. Let's see, belladonna. Its nickname is deadly nightshade, so that might tell you something. Datura stramonium, or Jimson weed. Same deal. Not the nickname, but the whole poison toxic thing. Really, other than that, opium showed up a lot. And also, did I say prescription drugs? I didn't. I should have. I meant to. But there's two that show up a bunch: morphine and cocaine. Well, that was quick and painless. Always need to verify your data. Well, Mr. Data Driven Doug. Well, that was horrible, horrible luck, darn it. He's whipping up one last thing before I give up the goose. I gave him some of this. You saw this. It's Clark Stanley's own patented snake oil. I don't care what anyone says. This one is the actual miracle, filled with power. I mean, Clark Stanley was trained by a Hopi Native American healer. He said he was, at least. So science is going to give that a run through, find out what works, and then, oh boy, I'll have a bestseller. Should be good. He said it was guaranteed.
I got a sale. I sure hope you don't miss.
It's okay, I got some t-shirts in the gift shop. One for $15, two for $35 if you act today. Hello?
After the shop was closed, I looked everywhere for the science intern.
Hello? 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 I've walked a lot. Hello? I'm all done, intern. Well, shucks. Science intern's gone. He left me some stuff that has his explanation. After assaying the product, it seems that Clark Stanley snake oil doesn't really do anything. In fact, it doesn't even contain actual snake oil. Why would anyone think he put snake oil in his snake oil? Sorry, I'll go on. Your friends at the FDA was found to be almost all light mineral oil, which is a petroleum product which helps for intermittent occasional constipation. He means it helps dosey-dose. He goes on. Also, a 1% addition of animal fat, likely not ophiological in origin, and instead probably beef tallow. Oh, not a snake, but at least the beef tallow probably made it tasty. Oh, and apparently it had some bits of turpentine, camphor, and capsaicin. And well, let me read what the kid said exactly. F upon you anti my I'm reading that. Apparently just a dash of the turpentine or camphor made it smell really nice and medically. Not enough to any harm, mind you, and well enough not to any good. We'll just leave it at that. But capsicum or capsaicin, that's good. People use that for arthritis all the time. As a muscle liniment, a lot of them have capsaicin, with common strength averaging 0.05% medical grade capsicum. Some may question its efficacy or how well it works, but capsaicin definitely has anti-inflammatory properties, especially if someone doesn't want to take pills that cause dyspepsia. That's the belly grumbles. He talks more about the capsaicin. Just ensure that one is in a well-ventilated place with the door or window open even. Don't apply it in the closed bathroom. It's capsaicin. It was spicy, I tell you. I heard he just splashed in there for the kick, for the burn, made you feel alive, but didn't do anything. I guess that makes sense. He was brought in by the FDA for Miss Brandon, saying that it was overpriced and of limited value. Fined him $20. I'm not going to do the math for what it would be in today's dollars. Let me just say, it wasn't a lot. So I guess I won't be able to make my own data-driven Doug's diabolical diaphanous diamond tipped dial ready maximum strength disease defender now with rose hips. Sorry, that took a while for me to come up with, and I needed to use it for more than just one bit. I really appreciate you watching a lot, and I'll leave you with something the intern said to me. Don't guess, data test.